Hey there, Kobernusz here from Kobernusz.com, your trusted resource for all things health, wellness, and fitness. I am an exercise physiologist coming to you from Roseau, Minnesota. This is Talk Therapy, a tool that I use to get past my analytical mind, to think out loud and put it all out there. Here we go. Today's weather is hot, actually, 48 degrees. I have this 2 coats on because this morning it was not. Didn't even realize how warm it was. Don't even need this second layer on, if not the first one. Like, I'm about to go hop into the deer stand, the bow stand, and you know, I really don't like to shoot a deer when it's above 30 degrees or even 40 degrees if I'm really pushing it, but whatever, right? Like, I just realized today, that's your weather, by the way. I say the weather because got to get past this guy right here, my ego. The guy who says, no, you can't do that, you can't say that, you're going to piss people off. Well, I do it anyway, and that's what this is for. But yeah, so I don't like to shoot a deer when it's too warm, because then I got to process the meat right away, right? Like, I can't even let it hang and simmer or whatever it does, right? It relaxes a little bit. So whatever, right? I'm going to shoot one tonight. I figured out that, like, last year I got one with the bow, and I forgot. Man, I shot a 2 different doe last weekend, and I forgot that my bow is not sighted in the way regular bows and arrows, I don't know how to say it plurally, but anyway, I don't even know if plurally is a word. Doesn't matter. I don't know how the regular bow and arrows are sighted in, but I shoot the way I shoot versus it sighting to me like I sight it. So I need to go up and to the left. Some people might find that boring. I don't care. It's just what I want to talk about. This is literally what I want to talk about. This is my time to bullshit with myself, to say, yo, get past your bullshit and let's go. Yeah, so I'm about to do that. My ego says no otherwise, right? And speaking of ego, listen to this bullshit right here. This is the bullshit of myself, right? I'm going to come at you, ego. Man, like, how many times do you gotta get told, like, you're just not the right fit. No, you're not the right fit. No, this is, we're gonna go with somebody else. We're gonna, how many times you gotta get told that, to your face or in an email or subtly not, like they're not telling you that, but you just put all the pieces together and that's a no, right? How many times you gotta get told no before you just fucking quit, right? Like, before you quit, before you're like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me. Let me tell you how many times you get told no before you quit. If it's truly what you feel in your gut, I'm talking like the depth of your soul, it's fucking 1 million. Like, even more than that. How about 2 million no's? Figure yourself, if you get 2 million no's, you should probably quit. That's probably not in your wheelhouse. Probably not in your destiny to do that. And just for the fact that you'd count 2 million no's means you probably shouldn't do it anyway. Right? Like, if you take the energy to count all of your no's, quote unquote no's that you get, that's probably not the right tactic. But it might be motivation too, because you'd be like, is this the right thing for me? Okay, 2 million no's. By the time I get to 2 million, if I want to quit, I will. I mean, that could be a solid metric. But here's the thing. If it's truly something you can feel down in your deep part of your soul, and I point at the heart because that's a solid chakra that we should know about. But if you feel it there and you just, right? Like, okay, fine, another no. Next. Then there are zero. Like, you get infinity amount of no's before you quit. Like, you don't quit, that's the answer. You don't give up, that's the answer. It's just hard when it's like back to back to back to back, right? And that's okay. That's part of the journey. And I'm telling myself this is a literal, yo, here you go, let's get it, right? Like, I'm telling myself this shit because I need to hear it. I need to hear that if this is what you feel, which it is, then fucking buck up, buttercup, because that's bullshit. Feeling sorry for yourself? Cool. Feel sorry for yourself for 5 minutes. Be like, yeah, fuck all this. Fuck it all, right? Fuck it all. I'm gonna take a little dose of fuck it all, right? Little pill, take it down, swallow it, let it metabolize, and then get the fuck over it. Like, that's what it's about. Just be done. Be done bitching and complaining until the next no you get. And then that might be the next yes. Because the next time you might get a yes. And then it's not going to be good enough. You're going to get the next yes and then be like, oh yeah, then what? What's next? What's next? Then what? What's next? Like, nothing's ever going to be good enough. It's not. Like, the human experience isn't even good enough. Most people aren't ever happy with where they're at. I mean, I'm not outside of this. I'm right there with you. I'm just saying, most of us are not happy with where we're at. Ever. We can have moments of like, fuck yeah, celebration, high five, grab a beer, then move on. Then what? Oh yeah? Then what? That's really what it comes down to. You're gonna get more no's than yeses. But the yeses you get will carry you to the next yes. If and only if it's truly in alignment with you. And how do you stay in alignment? Man, by cutting all the bullshit out of your life. Buy bullshit. How do you do that? What doesn't work? What doesn't feel good? What doesn't do well with you? Otherwise, hire it out. Telling myself this. Case in point, my parents are helping me here and I'm really loving it. They're making, it was a solid reminder that, you don't have a lot of time. I'm like, no shit, I don't have a lot of time. Yes, thank you. But it's a great reminder. So, hire it out. Hire somebody to do stuff for you. And you hire it out. That's the crazy part sometimes. We think we can't afford it. Man, it hit me today where there is no free lunch. Okay, think about this. You get somebody who pays for your lunch. There is no free lunch. And it's not to say that the lunch wasn't paid for by somebody else, but what did it cost you to go to that free lunch? What did it cost you to be at that free lunch? What did it cost you? I mean, are you someplace right now in your life where you shouldn't be, where you know you shouldn't be, and you know you should be somewhere else? You need to stop what you're doing and go follow this passion or whatever it is. I'm literally talking to myself here. So there is no free lunch. What is the free lunch at that moment? What is that lunch costing you? When that gets paid for by somebody else, which is great, very appreciative when that stuff happens. It's just, what is it costing you in your life because of that? And my ego is just hitting me hard right now. Like, what? You ungrateful son of a bitch, right? No, I'm not ungrateful. I'm grateful for that lunch, right? I'm grateful for every experience that I have right now. I love it. It's just the deeper sense of self tells me that I need to follow this through. I need to follow this calling. The last time I listened to something this deep, we uprooted our family. Know that, right? Know that for sure. Last time I listened to something this deep, I uprooted our family and said, this is what I want to do. Let's go. Do you agree? Do you want to go with me? Yeah, let's go. So know that's what's happening. Thank you, Kobernusz Nation, for being here. Pay the fee, share it out. If this changed your perspective somehow, pay the fee, right? If you're entertained, if you laughed or cried, or whatever it was, pay the fee, hit share. Thank you so much for being here. Kobernusz Nation, I love you guys. Again, I love you. And as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, then you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.